Hello, I'm David Mello, Supervisor of Children's Services here at the Fall River Public Library. And the Christmas season is right around the corner. And to get us into that special spirit of the holidays, let's share some wonderful Christmas stories together. And I seem to have misplaced the books that I was going to be reading to you today, but oh, there's my Christmas delivery snowman right over here. Thank you, Olaf. It's so good to see you. You're doing well this year, I hope? Well, you're looking as frosty as ever. Thank you very, very much. We'll see you now. Okay, well, Olaf has delivered the stories for our Christmas story time. And our first story has a mystery to it. Santa is so very busy that this year he has a helper that is disguised to look just like him. We'll see if we can figure out who this very special helper is. It is called Santa's Secret Helper by Andrew Clements and Deborah Santini. It is published by the Picture Book Studio. It was 2 days before Christmas, and all of Santa's elves were especially busy. They were really twice as busy as usual, because this year there are 2 sleighs, 2 packs of toys, 2 Santa suits to clean and mend, 2 pairs of black boots to shine, and 2 teams of reindeer to be fed and rested and ready. Why 2 of this and 2 of that and 2 of the others when there is only one Santa? Because this year Santa has a secret helper. Who could it be? On Christmas Eve, Santa and his secret helper are all ready to leave with their big sacks of toys and treats. It's even hard for the elves to tell which one is the real Santa. And as the sun goes down, 2 sleighs take off, one to the east and one to the west. Will anyone be able to tell that one Santa is just a helper? Let's see if you can tell. The secret helper flies to the first rooftop and pops down the chimney. After putting presents under the tree and stuffing little toys and candy canes into each stocking, the helper eats the cookies and drinks the milk that the children have left for Santa, and leaves a little note that says, "Thank you." That's just what Santa would have done. And look, it looks just like the real Santa. The secret helper sees a lost puppy in the snow. Before too long, that puppy has been left in a cozy basket by a fireplace where only one stocking is hanging from the mantel. The puppy and one little child will find a wonderful new friend on Christmas morning. That's just what the real Santa would have done. The reindeer get a little tired, so the secret helper lets them rest. They stop at a creche in front of a church, and the animals eat some of the hay that is there on the ground. This is a kind and thoughtful thing to do, and that's just what the real Santa would have done. A mother and a father who are still awake open their bedroom window to wave and call out, "Hello! Hello, Santa!" The helper calls back, "Why, hello there! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" and gives them a happy wave. That's just what the real Santa would have done. At the very last hour, the secret helper is extra quiet. It's almost morning, and even a little noise might wake the children before everything is ready. The helper whisks back up the chimney, and soon the sleigh with the empty toy sack is speeding through the gray sky, headed north. Back home at last, the helper puts the sleigh away carefully and hangs up the harnesses on the wall of the barn. Soon, all the reindeer are munching their hay and Christmas oats. The secret helper goes into the house and takes off the big white beard and the big black boots and the red and white Santa suit and puts on some night clothes and a warm robe and slippers. Who could the secret Santa be? Let's find out. Are you ready? And then the secret helper gives the real Santa a great big hug. And look who it is. It's Mrs. Claus, Santa's own best friend. She's having the most wonderful Christmas. Santa wants his wife to tell him all about her trip, but she's ready to take a long winter's nap after her busy night. So we discovered who Santa's secret helper is. And so she takes off her robe, puts on her nightcap, and lies down and pulls up the covers. Then she closes her eyes, says her prayers, and goes to sleep. And that's just what Santa would have done. And so together we discovered who Santa's secret helper was. I was quite surprised. And now our next story is about a little boy named David. No, it's not about me when I was a little boy. This little David is always getting into some type of trouble of one kind or another. And this Christmas time, it's going to be no different. And this story is called It's Christmas Time, David, by David Shannon. And this book is published by Blue Sky Press. At Christmas time, everyone always said, "No, David," because David was always getting into some type of trouble. "No peeking, David." And there, he's trying to get a peek at all the Christmas presents. He's trying to find out which ones are his. He should not be doing that. "No snitching, David." And there he is, reaching for the Christmas cookies before they're ready to be eaten. That David, what a handful. "Those are not toys, David." And there he is, playing with the Christmas ornaments. They're not to be hung on his arm. They're meant to be hung on the Christmas tree. Put them back, David. Santa's watching, David. Put on your clothes. And there he goes, running down the street in the snow, wearing nothing but a hat and mittens. That David. Be patient, David. And there he is at the end of the long line. All those children waiting to see Santa, and he's at the very end. He's got to be patient and wait his turn. Hurry up now, David. And finally, David gets to see Santa, and look at that long, long list of Christmas wishes. He's going to be there all day. He's got to hurry up. Hurry up, David. David! Naughty list, naughty list, naughty list for sure. He peed his name in the snow. That David. Oh no. Santa's going to bring you a lump of coal, David. Look, he threw a snowball right through the window. Mom and Dad are not going to be happy about that. Don't start eating yet. No yawning at the dinner table. That's the wrong fork. Pull it up, sit up straight. Don't reach up into your nose, David. Put on your napkin. Get your elbows off the table. David, don't you know how to behave at the table? Goodness gracious. No, David, you may not open up one early. Put that present back under the tree and wait for Christmas morning. David's just so impatient. Go to sleep now, David. If you're awake, Santa is not going to come. And there he is, peeking out of the window, waiting for Santa Claus. He better get into bed soon. Oh, no. No Christmas for you, David. And look, Santa's left a lump of coal under the tree and a note that says, "Dear David, sorry, you were naughty. Love, Santa." Oh, David is so sad. Wake up, David. You were just dreaming. He was only having a dream. And it's Christmas morning. Yes, David, it's Christmas. And look, David got a bicycle. He got a book to read. He's got a stocking full of toys. And look, he gets to munch on that Christmas cookie now. Dear David, Merry Christmas. Love, Santa. And it looks like David had a very Merry Christmas after all.
Hey, Joyce.
Hey, hi, Lenny. How are you?
Hi, Joyce. I'm great.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Hey, Joyce.
Yes.
Christmas is right around the corner.
I know. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind reading me a Christmas story.
Oh, I'd love to read you a Christmas story.
Oh, great.
Which one would you like? Do you have?
I'd really like to hear The Night Before Christmas.
Oh, one of my very, very favorites, Lenny. Good choice.
Thanks.
Would you like to join me with reading?
You mean I can read along
Oh,
with you.
I'd love you to do that with me, Lenny. Thank you. That
Oh,
would be an honor.
cool.
Thank you. Well, I just happen to have a copy of it right here, Lenny. And this is it. And it is on here. It's a real pretty one. All right. Lenny, are we ready?
Yep.
All right.
The Night Before Christmas by Clement Clark Moore.
All righty, I'll start off, Letty. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Hey!
Oh, Lenny, that wasn't nice. You scared me.
I thought it would be fine.
Oh, not so fine. Let me take that away from you. Well, I think you've got it on there pretty tight right now, but anyway. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hope that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
Oh, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang to my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash. I tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When, what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, and a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick.
More rapid than eagles, he across as they came, he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
they don't mention Rudolph.
You know something? I bet Rudolph wasn't around back then.
Okay,
Probably. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the house tops, the courses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas, too.
and then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each tiny hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
Oh. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he flew on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his pack.
His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like,
Roses.
that's right, his nose like
A
a,
cherry.
his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the,
Snow.
very good, Joyce.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head, just like a wreath.
A wreath.
It was a big wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of an eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
I don't think so. He spoke not a word. He went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying a finger aside of his nose, he gave a nod, and up the chimney he rose.
He sprang to his sleigh. to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. And I heard him exclaim as he rode out of sight,
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, Joe.
It was. Thanks for sharing with me, or letting me share with you, Lenny. Thank you.
Thanks. We make a good team.
We do. We've been at it a long time.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And now, to share some of her favorite Christmas stories, I invite Joyce Pinsonald to the storytelling chair.
Hi. How's everyone this morning? Oh, hi, Olaf. I didn't see you there. Oh, you brought me my books. Oh, thank you very much. I probably would have left them somewhere, but thank you. See you later. Bye. Okay, I'm going to read you one of my favorites. It's How Do Dinosaurs Say Merry Christmas? And it's by Jane Yolen. On Christmas Eve, does a dinosaur sleep? Does he go up to bed without making a peep? I doubt it. Or does he sneak out just to check it out and see? Does he rip open the presents under the tree? Yikes, looks like he does. Does he pick up some ornaments, angels and all? Ooh, it looks like he's making a mess. Does he shake up the tree, shake it up real fast so all of them fall out? Oh, look at the ornaments all over the floor. Does he eat all of the cookies that were left for St. Nick? I hope not. Oh, he ate the plate and all. Oh, and given each one of the candy canes a big sloppy lick. Yuck! Does he pick up the stockings and shake them all out on the floor? Ooh, what a mess. Does he pick out the best gifts so he will have even more gifts? Wow. No, a dinosaur doesn't. He carols with care. Looks like he's doing a good job. I wonder if he's a baritone or a soprano. He helps trim the tree so that no branches are left bare. I'll bet he can put them right up on the very top. You think he puts the star up on top? I'll bet he does. He eats all his dinner, then he helps clear up the dishes. Ooh, what a good dinosaur. And gives his grandparents one big Christmas Eve wish. When Santa arrives, he's tucked in. Can you hear him snoring? Merry, Merry Christmas, you good, good dinosaur. So he was a good boy. Now, one of my very favorites is Get Dressed, Santa, and it's by Tommy DePaula. Snow is falling all around. It's Christmas Eve at last, but Santa's still in his underwear. He better get dressed fast. Get dressed, Santa. Get dressed now. It's almost time to go. Put on your pants. Put on your boots. Why are you so slow? I think Santa's old anyway. Put on your mittens. Put on your hat. Put on this and you put on that. Santa's dressed and ready now. He heads out into the snow. But suddenly, uh-oh, it's plain to see. Uh-oh, Santa has to go. Take off your jacket. Put down your pack. The reindeer will have to wait. Get dressed, Santa. Get dressed again before it gets too late. Hooray, hooray for Santa, hooray, hooray. And off Santa goes in his sleigh. So there you go. Thank you very much for letting me share Christmas stories with you. Thank you.
Hello. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this special Santa sleigh toy. And this can be picked up at the Fall River Public Library through our curbside pickup program beginning Monday, December 7th. Just call ahead in advance to the Fall River Public Library at 508-324-2700, extension 4, and schedule a day and a time for your pickup. Now, he's fairly easy to make, but he's got a couple of little tricky spots that we'll attend to in this little craft session here. And first of all, we spread out all the parts of our toy, including the instructions. We have Santa's body, 2 halves, because the toy, there's 2 sides to the toy. So there's double of everything. 2 reindeer bodies, 2 sleigh runners, and 2 sheets of glimmery decorations to decorate his sleigh. And what we're going to do first of all is we're going to take all these pieces out of the foam so we can see what exactly we have. Here's our reindeers. And here's our sleigh that's going to attach to the motor. And I'm going kind of quickly here, but you take your time at home because you don't want to tear your foam pieces. And they come off the sheet fairly easily without much trouble. Now with the glitter, you're going to get a lot of the glitter on you. There's just no avoiding it. But it really makes for a nice decorative look on the final sleigh toy. Okay, that was a little tricky. There we go. And one more runner here, and we can start to put them together. There we go. With all our pieces taken off the sheets, we can now begin. We're going to start with our motor. We have to attach the frame of the sleigh to the motor. And you have to establish, first of all, the front and the back of the sleigh. Now, where the wheels are toward the back of the motor, that is the back of your sleigh. The longer portion of the motor is the front. And so, we want to attach this section, which everything is built up around, with the shorter part attaching to the back, and attach it just above the wheels. We don't want that touching the wheels at all because the wheels have to run freely once it's all assembled. And so we're going to take the other half and put that on. Okay. And mirroring the other side, attach it just above the wheels, like so. And then what you are going to do is you are going to join both those halves together, like so, so that the frame of the sleigh sticks together like that. And try to line it up as best as you can. It is a little tricky, but there we are. That looks pretty good right there. And now we can start to assemble the rest of the sleigh on that basic bit of framework. And you see, we want to make sure that the little motor is running, because that's the best part of it. Okay, and now we're going to take the sleigh part with Santa, carefully peel the back off, and just as we did with the basic blue framework of the sleigh, we're going to stick one half, and again, oops, This is the back of the sleigh. We want to make sure we get that right, the back side. And we're going to stick that right like so. Again, avoiding contact with the wheels. And the other half will go on the other side. Make sure you remove all that paper so we get good contact. Oops. I kind of pulled off the tip of his hat, but we can straighten that out. And there we go. We put it right like so. And we line it up as best we can with the other side. And this is a little tricky. Like so. And there we have. And we have our little Santa so far. And then we take our reindeer and we do the same thing. The reindeers have to push Santa's sleigh, so he's going to go right in the front. The most challenging part is getting all this paper off. And there we are. We're going to attach him right like so, right in the front. Just like that. And the other part is going to go on the other side. We just try to line him up as best we can. And there we go. And we're almost there. His sleigh just needs a little bit of decoration. And we're going to attach the runners to the bottom of the sleigh. The runners are the part that glide along the snow. And we're going to attach that about right there. Now you will also have some decorations to follow at home, clearly. So you can take a glance at that. It shows you exactly where to put everything. And the trickiest part is just making sure you line things up properly before attaching them. Once they stick onto the foam, it sticks on fairly well, but you can pull it off if you need some last-minute adjusting. And this is the part of the decoration that goes along the top. And carefully remove the paper. Line it up where you want it. And there, that looks pretty good. That really dresses it up. And we got one more pot to put on, and then he's ready for the test drive. And there we go. Okay. Are we ready to see him zoom along? Okay. I'm holding my breath. And you gently put him on the table, pull back on the motor gently on the wheels, and then release. And he works. So if you want to make your own toy Santa that zooms along, just as you saw, visit the Fall River Public Library starting Monday, December 7th, and schedule a curbside pickup. We'll be seeing you. From all of us here at the Children's Room at the Fall River Public Library, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas,
Happy New
everyone.
Year.
Bye now.